How you guys doing? This is Jety, and today I am back for my picks for the 22nd of May 2018. And as always, we're going to recap the 21st. So to look back, we had one pick or two picks, really. We had the money line for the Hellraisers, or if you guys did not like that, you can have the Hellraisers minus 1.5. I definitely said, if you guys don't like that, I don't blame you. And I really didn't, because I think obviously look what happened. So to dive into this, Hellraisers looked amazing, especially Issa. Issa has always been a pretty good player. Never bottom. He's usually middle. But this whole entire tournament, I think he should get MVP, honestly. I really do. Even though they did not win the whole thing, they lost to North 2-1 in the finals, I believe. They looked amazing, and Issa looked amazing. Every single thing he played, every single map, every single position, just the whole entire tournament. Not even was like he a big fragger. He had a lot of kills. But he just played amazing. He played clutched up situations. He just did everything they needed him to do, which is you can't ask for more than that, especially from Izza. I think this was a big eye-opening tournament for everyone. We realized that Issa is the real deal along with Woxic. So guys, also on Twitter, I tweeted out the North money line. I really don't blame you guys if you take that. I may take that, and it hit. I know a lot of people took North minus 1.5 too. That did not hit, but North, they looked really dominant. They lost the first map, but they came back, especially overpass T side. Look at that. Oh my gosh, it just came out. I didn't get a chance to watch that match. So moving on, guys. North versus Hellraisers, the finals of the DreamHack Open Tours 2018. North looked amazing. I got a chance to watch this. I really did. Oh, it was 2-0, my bad, not 2-1. But I was watching this, guys, and it was definitely close. Mirage was way closer than the score seems. Inferno, I know Hellraisers always picks Inferno, but they just look flat that match. If you could see, the big problem here is their CT side looked terrible. That's where they got messed up. The problem is you start off slow, it's hard to get back into it. So Hellraisers, thank God we did not bet on this match, but Issa looked amazing again as well as Woxic, but everyone else here obviously did not do too hot. Overall, though, a great tournament from Hellraisers. They looked amazing. They looked like the normal Hellraisers. So I always love betting on Hellraisers, and this tournament just kind of says, hey, it's more incentive to bet on Hellraisers here. But congratulations to North for winning that tournament. One more thing I want to touch on, guys, Liquid versus Astralis. So this is actually way, way closer than I expected it. I easily expected Astralis 3-0, maybe like 16-8 as the maximum or closest score. I thought I was going to get that, guys. Dust 2, I thought we were going to get, I was like 16-1. I was like, oh my gosh, like this is not even fair. It really isn't. Dupree played amazing, as well as Zipnix, and of course Device, the best opper in the game, arguably. Overall, they looked amazing. Dust 2, Liquid's choice. Liquid thought they had an upper advantage here, guys. I saw an interview with them. They said that they played the best. And Mouse Sports also said they played the best, and Astralis gave them the hands on it. So Liquid said, hey, no, we beat Mouse Sports in it, so we're going to do better. But Astralis obviously doubted that. Moving on, Nuke. That was so close, so close, guys. I could have either gone anyway, but Astralis definitely just had the upper hand there. They played better at the end. Lights out. So moving on again, Mirage. This was so close as well. Liquid came out really clutch here at the very end too. They CT side, they actually just went off. They're down at half, and they came back and looked amazing. The Inferno was a close game, guys. They almost had the reverse sweep. I was watching this game earlier, and Inferno, it says 12-16, but it was 12-12. I believe, or 12-11, maybe Liquid was winning, I think. And it was so close, and they bought up on 12-14. That was their last chance, and then they didn't get it. So they had to like force buy 12-15, and it was obviously in the bag. But they almost had the chance. I think it was 12-12, and it was a normal buy for both teams. That was the game right there. Whoever won that round pretty much won the game. So Liquid could not do it. Obviously, the firepower of Astralis came out on top. So, I mean, go figure, though, right? So guys, looking at the matches for tomorrow, there's really no good ones. There's no big matches, no star matches. The only one that's semi-decent is Spirit versus Virtus Pro. But one thing I realized recently, guys, Virtus Pro has not been them. You guys know this. You guys know that. Virtus Pro has been falling off so hard recently. And they just haven't made any changes. Besides the addition of Michu over Taz, what was that, a couple months ago? They haven't made any changes. They're all just the same Polish people. Understandably, though, they're like all good players. Snacks, Neo, Bialy, Pasha, of course, they're all great players. But honestly, I think it's just they're not clicking. I've watched a little bit of their matches, not a lot. I can't really say, full-fledged, like, hey, like, this is what's wrong. Because honestly, guys, I'm gonna be honest, I've not really watched them that much, so I cannot tell you that. But I do have to say that something about them is not clicking. Something recently, they're in like a little, slump. They're in a slug. Like I don't know what's going on, but something's not hitting. So I'm staying away from them from this for that point exactly. I do see some value here in betting them, but honestly, guys, I don't think it's worth it. I really don't because sometimes they fall so flat and lose to like the worst teams, or sometimes they beat teams like Envious, but they also get 2-0'd by Godson. Godson's a good team, don't get me wrong, but the old Virtus Pro would 100% slaughter them. So guys, for that reason, I'm staying away from this match. One match that does catch my eye is this Property versus Envious Academy match. I do follow Envious Academy a little bit, a little bit, and I wanted to really dive into this match and really get the grit down. So I downloaded all the demos. The thing is though, Envious Academy does not have a lot of matches played, especially on HLTV. If you guys look at this, they played, I believe, once this month, about a week ago, and then April 3rd, March, and then all March matches. So I'm not sure the reasoning why, guys. I really don't know why they haven't played matches. But I did download these two demos here, EPG as well as Big. This map was on Train. I looked at it. Envious did look good at the beginning, but their T side was very weak on Train. They seem to have no communication. I can't hear. I'm just saying the way they played. They didn't really know what they were doing. They're kind of clustered. They would push sites very blindly, not knowing, any information of where the players are. They would never peek just to see, what's going on. They kind of just threw someone out there to bait and hope that the trades went their way. Because, you can't do that in CSGO. You can't do that. So, guys, I also downloaded the demo for Big here. And one thing I noticed in a lot of matches, Envious removed his overpass. I guess they don't really like that map, but understandably, it's kind of a weird map. But I did watch the first map, Cash, a lot. I watched pretty much the whole thing, skipping a little bit throughout it. And one thing I noticed about Envious is they are very aggressive, very, very aggressive squad. One thing about Cash especially is they would walk in the B site just guns blazing. Like no matter if it's a pistol round, a gun round, they wouldn't even check heaven. They would just kind of run in there, guns blazing, just pop, 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 and hope that things went their way. And for the first map, guys, it did. It really did. They had T side first, and they went really well. And CT as well, they held up. So after watching that, I was like, dude, these guys are really, really good. But then I started watching Train. Again, same thing. They had a pretty bad T side. They looked, I feel like on Train, they just look very, I guess, combobulated, like almost. They just don't know what they're doing. I feel like Envious has the same playing style the whole entire time on T side. They kind of just run in sights and hope that it goes well. Same thing with Cobblestone. You can't really do that on Cobble. As you can see here, they only got 2 rounds on T side, which you just can't have that, guys. You can't have that. Cobblestone is you have to play it very smart. I feel like they just run out the tunnel and just kind of say, hey, guys, we're here. Come on. So, Envious, I like them. I really do. I think their playstyle is different. So I am going to pick Envious, guys. I'm going to go Envious here, minus 1.5. So you guys may be like, what? What are you doing? After talking all that weird stuff. But yeah, honestly, I think their playstyle matches up really well against Property. Because Property, honestly, guys, I'm going to be 100% honest. I really do not watch a lot of Property. Like, I've maybe seen, in the past few months, I've maybe seen like 2 games of Property. But I did download some of their demos as well. I watched their winning demo on Cash, and one thing I noticed about Cash, guys, is their T side is similar to Envious as in they go in there, but they're definitely more strategic about it. But their CT side is very, very weak on Cash. So I'm hoping Cash falls through, but Property is very weak on Cash. CT side, they really don't know what they're doing. They have a lurker in the middle sometimes who doesn't really know what he's doing. I'm sorry, I forgot who it was. But they have one of their lurkers, and he just does not know what he's doing. I feel like they call out one thing, they're very susceptible to fakes. So one thing I want to say, guys, I'm not 100% going to say I'm going to pick these people anymore because, the whole map thing is very confusing. But what I am going to say is if Cash goes through, I'm 100% on Envious, especially for that map. So one thing I am probably going to bet Envious Academy, minus 1.5. But if Cash pops up in the map pool, I'm going to bet the Cash map spread for Envious. So let's just say Envious may pick Cash because I know this about Property. But let's just say map 2 is Cash, right? Map 1, whatever it may be. If that's the case, then I'm going to bet map 2 or map 1, whatever cashes the spread. So it'd be maybe like minus 2 point, or probably that minus 3.5, minus 4.5. I bet you'll be around there. And I'm going to take that all day, guys. That's going to be my big lock for the day. Hoping for that cash. Besides that, overpass. I know that the Great Danes picked overpass, and I know that property probably does not like overpass, so one of them will ban that. So you really don't have to worry about that map. In cobblestone, obviously not. You guys can't pick that anymore. So that's my 2 cents on the whole entire map, guys. I just overall think Envious has some firepower. Jax has played amazing. Definitely Lampert has not played amazing. One thing I noticed is watching him in the demos, he does not play well at all, pretty much. Zinkin plays really well recently. I've watched a little bit of him. He's very good. But overall, Envious, the more aggressive playstyle, will match up very well against the very passive playstyle of property. Because, usually you think about this, you think passive, they stay back. These guys just go in there headless. But I think that is going to win them this match, guys. They're all a little bit older. I realize that. I think they're all about 25, 26, 27. So they do have a lot of experience in CSGO, and they know where to check corners, stuff like that, of course. So I'm going to bet Envious Academy. So this is the thing, guys. If you guys want to be safe, I would go Envious moneyline, Envious Academy moneyline, because I'm, fairly confident it's going to hit. But if you guys want a real lock, if cash goes through, cash spread 100%. If you guys are feeling a little bit risky, Envious minus 1.5, I see the value there. So I'm not going to tell you guys which one specifically to pick, but I'm definitely picking Envious cash spread if that pops through. So thank you guys so much for watching. That is it for the day. I really do not see any other matches that spark my interest at all. They're all weird, I don't know. Just Brazilian matches like Anywhere Liga Pro, stuff like that. So thank you guys so much for watching. We're 3-0 in the past 2 days, so we're trying to keep that up with this map. The next day, I'm going to do some capping for that already. But I really like this SK Gambit match. I'm going to dig into that real deep. So thank you guys so much for watching. Appreciate all the support. And I will see you guys again tomorrow. Peace.